Okay, so Overwatch. How would I review it at launch? And how would I review it now? Well, I need to put a little bit of a short segment for how I would have reviewed it then, okay? And I'm just gonna just throw the number off right off the bat, okay? I give it a 5 out of 10. Now, before you freak out or anything, that doesn't mean it's a bad game, okay? In fact, it's a great game. It's just that when I'm reviewing this game, at every corner I look at it, the value of this game is not worth the price it's given for. With the consoles being forced at launch to be $60. $60 for a game that has no PvE, it has no campaign, it only has online multiplayer, and not to mention that you are forced to sign in every single time. You require a steady internet connection to sign in. So, right off the bat, there wasn't enough on it from the start. Okay, its strength focused more on its 12 maps and 21 heroes. Now, when you play this for a fair amount of time, it is somehow doesn't get old. Okay, it's a game that keeps going and going. You don't get tired of this game. Okay, it's a good game actually, but it suffers so much in its lack of content and the fact that it has to focus so heavily on these heroes as well, because again, yes, there's 12 maps and there's 21 heroes, but you know, when you put that into context, not all these 12 maps are not all the same like kind of maps and stuff. There's different kinds of maps. There's ones for control points, there's ones for which is like pretty much like King of the Hill. There's ones for the payload, which you basically move a slow moving vehicle in order to try and push it to its objective line. So you just take it from point A to point B. And that's about it for game modes. So you could see where I'm getting at when I give it the review. Again, I'm not gonna put it as bad. Okay, that's literally how far I would have given it to games as Destiny, to games like Battlefield or Battlefront. They're not bad games. It's just that they're missing so much content that it's kind of hard to to pay that value of the game and not think that it's gonna be reviewed so poorly. And I can't do the same for Overwatch. I had to be honest with myself. Okay, yes, the game has a lot of tactics. It has all this teamwork working on. No game is the same, and mind you, every hero plays different. No game is the same. No hero is the same. Right now, what you're probably wondering is, but what about how you would review the game like later on? What else is there that you want to make sure that? What else is there now that would make me try to push the review up? Okay, and yes, that's right. I'm giving it a bump up in review, and a major one, a lot more than any game I would actually do. Okay, most games like you bump them up, and I would normally have given it like 1 point or 2 higher. But Overwatch, I personally believe that on console it has moved up from a 5 out of 10 all the way up to an 8 out of 10. Let me explain. So far, there have been all these promises that the Blizzard has made every single time. Okay, like there hasn't been like any empty promises so far. Okay, they promised us rank mode. That didn't take too long to come out. That was like summer when it came out, and Overwatch came out like in May. So it wasn't too long into the summer. Like I think Overwatch came out in summer, and then like not too long afterward, like maybe a few weeks after, it already had competitive. So Actually, no, it wasn't the summer that Overwatch. It was like it was still technically spring, but it was in May. So it didn't. It took a few weeks for Overwatch to finally have a rank mode, and that's for one mode. Okay, they didn't release anything else until like maybe like a month after, and then they finally released a new hero named Anna, which was a support. It was a support sniper. Great character anyway, and that was just to start off. Not too long after that, they have this Halloween event coming out. Before they had the summer event, they had extra skins come out. But during the Halloween event, they added a PVE for a short time, which they might add later on in the game. But for that moment in particular, they had it included, which was a lot of fun. It was basically kind of like Balloon Castle. Like, what was it called? Like Balloon Castle, I believe it's called. But anyways, it was a lot of fun. But then they took it out, and that kind of killed it a little bit. I guess they didn't want to divide the community too much. It's a little bit controversial because months later, they added the arcade mode, which did split up the community, but it did add on to the value of the game. Okay, and not only that, they added another hero, and then 2 more maps. They added Oasis, which was basically 2 control points. They added Eichenwald, which was control points / payload. They added quite a amount, and right now they're gonna add another hero now. And also they've added they're adding another hero again, which is a tank now. So again, what is it now? Like 3 more heroes, 3 more maps technically. If you want to consider Eco Point and Article 1 map, we'll count it as another map. Okay. So every single step away, they kept adding more and more heroes. They added more content in it. They have a server browser which allows you to search for games. They've added for search for specific game modes, and which you can customize to your liking. And honestly, it was a lot of fun. I haven't played it enough to give it a proper review, but you know, it's more than what we could ask for right now. And I'll also explain a little bit about the arcade mode, which basically adds all these new features like 1v1s. They had 3v3s, eliminations. They added what's the other one? They added no limits, which at the time they removed quick place unlimited heroes, like not unlimited heroes, but like more than one hero pick at a time. But they removed that on quick play and competitive mode, so they added it on arcade mode instead, which is fine. Now with all these like features added in, it's only fair to say that I give it an 8 out of 10. Now what about on PC? What would I give it on PC? I would give it an 8.5 out of 10. Now neither one are, for the time being, are gonna get 9s or 10 out of 10s anytime soon until they add more content than promised. Yes, they have their yes, they have much more than before, but again, it's still missing all this other content that is needed. There's still no PvE, there's still no story mode. Now it doesn't necessarily need all those modes desperately, but if it's gonna charge, it's still gonna charge the full price of $60. It's still gonna be it's still not worth the price, and because of that, it's not exactly fair to do that. So when you look at the way it is now compared to what it is back then, it does deserve more than what I used to give it. Okay, and again, it's 5 out of 10 isn't bad. I played games that are 5 out of 10s before, and honestly, I could still enjoy them all the same. Right now, I'm playing a game right now that is still like not perfect by any means, but it still has problems. It's called Pokemon Go. Definitely a game that's very much a 5 out of 10. That game definitely missing content, but it has gotten better throughout the time. But it's still gonna stay at a 5 out of 10 till it delivers actual game content. But that doesn't mean I don't like it. Again, the same thing for Overwatch. I've played Overwatch non-stop. Non-stop have I played Overwatch. I don't plan on discontinue playing it. It's the only game I've played in 2016 for the most part. I may have added a few more games to the title. I've even gone on PC and played Overwatch on PC, and I would give it a slightly higher review because of its improved report system, the PTR, the fact that it's a lot easier to add friends on there. There's so much on it that you can do there. That's actually missing on the console too. That's why on console I give it an 8 out of 10. So when they add all this content and the story mode and PvE, or honestly like even with a few more things along the line, I would legitimately give it a higher review. Okay, I would give it much higher than before. Okay, higher review score and everything. But for now, I'm just gonna leave you in the last minute for you to watch this gameplay of Zarya. Alright, thank you so much guys for watching, and I'll speak with you again.
You have my thanks. Double kill. You're covered.